Hi guys, welcome back. I know there's been a lot of complications with this video. This is my fourth time recording it, so hopefully it works. But this is key issue 4. Key issue 4 is all about sustainability and what that means and how we interact with the environment and how we need to change in order to sustain what we have. Okay. So first off, resources are either renewable or non-renewable. Okay, we can either use them multiple times, like water. We can use it, treat it, clean it, and then use it again and keep that process going. Or it is non-reusable. We use it once and it's gone forever, like oil. Okay, we use it once, gone forever, can't use it again until many thousands and millions of years later. Okay, thank you, dinosaurs. Sustainability is all about using the resources we have, but also thinking of the future. Okay, making sure those resources stay around for our children and we don't run out of resources and, cease to exist. Okay, the three pillars of sustainability that we need to think about are our environment, our society, and our economy. Thinking about those three things and how they play with each other will definitely dictate our sustainability. Okay, society, the way the society works is our importance of different resources. Like here in the United States, an important resource we use, sorry, I have the hiccups, is oil. Okay, our society, everybody has a car. When you're 16, you get a car and you start buying gas for the rest of your life, essentially. We have a societal dependence on that because it's part of our culture. So we use a lot of oil, which uses that resource, and it might be cease to exist in the future because of it. Environment, okay, the environment in which we live. Not saying here in Kansas we do this so much, but if you think about like remote villages, okay, they only use what is local to them. Okay, that could be a cause for an overuse of a resource in that local area, or they're going to need to use more resources to bring in things that they don't have. Okay, so that's the environment in which they live could cause a huge could cause another crisis of resources. And then economy, the prices of things and what we buy product wise is going to have another impact on resources. Okay. So the environment in which you live, knowing that there are three systems, actually there's four. There's four systems that exist in the physical sense on Earth. Okay, we have three non-living abiotic and one biotic system, which is the biosphere, which all living things live in. Okay, so the three abiotic are the atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere. Atmosphere is the air around us, from the ground up to the atmosphere. Okay, all the different gases that exist in it. The hydrosphere is all about the water, so it includes any water source on Earth, so lakes, rivers, oceans. Okay, that's all the hydrosphere. And then the lithosphere is all the rock material, so land, mountains, anything like that is the lithosphere. And then, of course, we live in the biotic sphere. The biosphere, sorry, because we are living, so we're biotic in the biosphere. We have different climate regions. Okay, it's dictated based on geographical location. There's a couple things that play into this. It's going to be temperature according to your location to the equator. The closer you are to the equator, typically the higher your temperatures will be year round. And then it also has to do with precipitation. Okay, how much rainfall you get per year. Places like the Caribbean are going to get more rainfall because they have more ocean around them than places like Africa here in the middle, which they don't have water around them, so they're not going to get a lot of precipitation. So those are two things that play into factors for our different climate regions and the ecosystems that exist. Okay, so we have different climates that we talk about. We have tropical climates, which typically are hotter and wetter. We have dry climates that are hot but have no rainfall. We have mid-warm latitudes, okay? We have cold mid-latitudes, and then we have polar. So our polars are going to be closest to our two poles. Our tropical and dry are going to be closest to the equator. Then as we move further apart, we're going to have mid-latitudes, either warm or cold, okay? The study of ecosystems, so in the different areas in which people live and survive, that's ecology, the study of ecosystems. Cultural ecology is going to be using what you know about that ecosystem and how humans interact with that environment. So a couple things, like here in the Midwest, our temperatures are pretty fair all year long. We have a good precipitation rate. So we use the environment for agricultural purposes because those two things bode well for growing. Okay, so that's how we interact with the environment around us. We are a heavy agricultural society. Okay, two things that come with cultural ecology is environmental determinism and possibilism. Okay, environmental determinism is that the environment causes human culture. Okay, so something in the environment causes a cultural aspect in the humans in which they live there. Okay, possibilism is the environment sets limits on what people can do, and then we adapt to it. So if you live in a mountainous region like Peru with the Andes Mountains, possibilism, they were limited on what they could grow because you can't really grow things well on a mountainside because it's not very stable. So they adapted and created a new agricultural avenue to better grow the crops that they need in that mountainous area. Okay, so like we talked about with the ecosystems, we have 4 different spheres: atmosphere, the air above you; biosphere, in which all living things live; hydrosphere with water; and then lithosphere with all the earth rock material. Okay, just some different examples of cultural ecology and possibilism. In the United States, we have part of our culture is that to be like the perfect family, you have like the nice, clean, green, nice, fresh cut grass. So that's part of our human environment interaction, is that we cut our grass, which causes some of the grass to die, possibly to regrow. In other places of the world, it could be free growing grass that's unkept. Okay. So sustainability through environmental change. Okay. So as we change the environment around us to fit our needs, it could address sustainability or unsustainability. Okay, in your book, we had 3 different examples: the Netherlands, California, and Florida. In Netherlands, they modified the environment around them to increase their sustainability. California is also facing issues of unsustainability because they don't have enough water to be used by the population size that they have. And then in Florida, with the Everglades, modifications are causing less sustainability. Okay, so some places are doing things right and addressing sustainability and keeping things going, but then some places aren't quite doing the things they need and causing different resources to dwindle and possibly go away forever. Okay, so the Netherlands reclaiming some of the land and filling in places so that it's not so low lying, and building polders to bring back and produce more farmland for them. Okay, that's increasing their sustainability because they're re-diverting the water to be best used for what they need without hurting the resource. California, okay, again, they're overusing the water resource for all of their different agriculture, and with their high population, there's not enough to go around. So most of the time, California is in a drought, which is horrible, and it needs to be addressed. Either population needs to decrease or irrigation needs to decrease. There's huge sustainability issues in that area. Okay, so that's the end of key issue 4. Really short, sweet, simple. Okay, go to Canvas, answer those 3 questions. One thing you learned, one question you still have, and then how I can help you for the Chapter 1 test. I did change the due date on this. It was originally due Sunday. I am extending it by a week since this video has had so many issues, so it won't be due until October 11th, so you have plenty of time to respond to these questions if you need more time. Okay?